Good morning, America. It's
Fuck you mean?
live on the scene, and here's what's bustin'. This silverback, Dariana Burton, who has aided, abetted, and harbored a fugitive of justice, Derrick Groves, for the last 145 days. They got into a domestic dispute, and she turned him in for the 20 bands reward money. Her goof ass got locked up right along with Derrick. This goes to show you that a cringe and unhinged, emotionally unstable creature will blow up the spot. Now they're both making big rocks into little rocks.
Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start by giving our praises, honor, and glory being to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of the great millstone, our teachers that rule well, peace and salutations to all you Akim among the four corners of the globe, pushing out the words of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Hey, with true sincerity and with charity, just risking their lives and their freedom to do so, just doing as commanded until we get out of this condition that we're in, man. Hey, ultimately into the day of our Lord, you know. Let me just hop straight into this lesson. It says in Colossians 2:8, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Mashiach. Here in this present captivity, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they were all given philosophies and doctrines and being told lies from birth, you know, about who they were, and ultimately having them follow vain things, you know, because all things here in the world is vanity, you know, and pushing our people off into idolatry. This is what the rulers of this present kingdom have done, you know, and here we see it in that video. The lady, you know, that God has been on a run for so long, which I didn't think I was going to, you know, get around to do a lesson on this, because I didn't really, you know, really think about doing it. I didn't really want to, but it was just, you know, it's in my spirit. Because, you know, these are the times we're coming in, man. You know, just say it again. We got to reiterate it. You know, a lot of these women aren't our women, you know. You know, I'm going to just say it, you know. Let's put it out there, brothers, we in Babylon, and sisters. You know, if we all were given a pen and a pencil and were told to create your spouse, you know, none of us would probably create the spouse that we have, you know, or the ones that we've had in the past, or the ones that we see, you know. The truth of the matter is, you know, a lot of our women aren't going to fashion themselves a man, you know, with no lining, and, you know, a man that is trying to serve Yahweh Shem Yahushua the best of his ability, because that isn't what is taught here in this society. You know, we're taught the total opposite of what we are supposed to be. And even for the man, you know, a lot of our men, you know, they have this illusion, especially this new illusion that Esau Edom have, you know, being pushed out upon the people with this, you know, a lot of our women are getting these plastic surgeries, and you know, and then a lot of our guys are the women that they are going after are these so-called Instagram models, in which these women are just whores, you know, and that's just the truth. But as we just see, you know, somebody that we can't pity. You know, we can't pity a charmer. We're just seeing a clear case of Eve and the serpent, and Jake falling victim again, you know, because here you have it. They were in a relationship, so-called. This, you know, I guess, I don't know if she met him before or after he was in prison, but this lady was working at the prison. Whatever, he escaped. She helped her man escape for whatever reason. And she, the same person helped him escape, turned him in, you know. So it just goes to show how, you know, the times that we're in, you know, these 2/3 women that are seeming to be just as wicked as these niggas, they turning on these niggas. So how much more the women are around us that don't respect us, that clearly show that they don't reverence Yahweh Shem Yahushua and his ways. You know, they aren't trying to keep the high holy days that we are, and they aren't trying to serve the Sabbath, you know. If she's not following your ways, that's not your woman, you know. But that's just a side note. Nonetheless, man, or trying, because we're here in Babylon and we are here for a try. We are going to have that opportunity to try. Some people are going to fail, and the things that we are found to, have to be a downfall, we want to learn from and overcome them. And that's as men and women, man. But it says in Genesis chapter 3:1, it says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yahweh Shai had made. And he said unto the woman, yeah, hath Yahweh said, ye shall not eat of the tree of the garden. And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Yahweh hath said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. For Yahweh doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. See, and Eve wanted a piece of that power. And what you see in the so-called, the prison system, the school system, whatever, you have a bunch of Eve Kishites being given power, so to speak, in which they ain't gonna do nothing with it. Basically they not gonna do nothing wise with it, man. They wasn't given no wisdom. They wasn't imparted understanding. Our women, they can't rule. They aren't fit to rule. Women weren't fit to rule. Women weren't made to fill the same shoes that man can fit, man. But it says, or should I? I'm not talking about literal shoes. I'm talking about playing the role, in life. Whatever. I'm talking about roles in life, man. There's an order to things. Man is supposed to lead, pertaining to 1 Corinthians chapter 11, man. It says, deliver me from mine enemies in Psalms chapter 59, verse 1. O my power, defend me from them that rise up against me. Deliver me from the workers of iniquity, and save me from the bloody men. For lo, they lie in wait for my soul. The mighty are gathered against me, not for my transgression, not for my sin, O Lord. So in one way, Esau Edom hath prepared himself against our people, mainly against the Jake man, is the woman, man. And he's constantly rising up against our people, and he went so deep as to go use your woman, and now he's going after your children. He's trying to completely defeat the Israelite man. This is what he's used for right now, is the rod, man, to break us down, and he's doing his job, and he is that serpent. He's going to talking into our women's ears. He's giving them jobs. He telling them the lies and deceits, but it's all it's all just for his gain. And our people don't know that after he used you up, he's gonna basically drop you like a bad habit. It says here in Ecclesiastes, better known as Sirach 13:4, if thou be for his profit, he will use thee. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. So that's what you seen. Esau Edom gave that woman a job. Used her up. They knew. Man, come on, man. Esau knew that lady was helping that man. You best believe they come on now. Calls. There's a little news thing to show that they had calls, records. In fact, here you go. I'll play a little bit here.
Outside of a home in New Orleans on St. Peter Street today around noon. Burton is accused of assisting inmate Derek Groves, who escaped from the Orleans Justice Center nearly 1 month ago. Arrest documents allege Burton talked to Groves about his plans and involved another man on their conversations. All these conversations unfolded using an internet messaging and video system in.
See, they know, man. See, and Eve, just fell for the trick. And that's what she sold them, sent them up the river for the reward money. And I don't know what was in her mind or what type of drugs she was using to think that she wasn't going to be an asset to his escape or be charged with it. These women are stupid, man. Well, most of them, man. You know, most of our people as a whole, you know, the Heavenly Father, hey, that's why he said the ox knoweth his owner, the ass his master's crib. Hey, our people as a whole are stupid, man. Jake's stupid. It says in Micah 7:10, she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh Shem Yahushua thy power? Mine enemy shall behold her, now shall she be trodden down as the mire in the street. Hey, and point being, man, she is our enemy. A lot of these women are against us. You know, their whole life, their whole foundation was taught to be against us, man. You know, so hey, yeah, soon they will be trodden down as the mire in the street. That wicked woman, she gonna get hers, man. That's why the Lord judged her. You know, he used her. He let her own her delusion. He used it against her, man. Her own wicked thoughts. She played against Jake, man. She probably had it in her mind to use him for that reward money all along. You never know. But she will be trodden down, and so is the heathen nations. You know, the heathen Esau Edom that she followed, and all the other heathen nations that came confederate with Esau Edom. Hey, with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. That once again to the elders, apostles of the great millstone. Till next time, Shalom, and blah, blah, blah.